What is up, YouTubers? This is Johnza, and welcome back to another episode of Zocasters. Now, I know I haven't put anything out last week, and I'm sorry about that. I just didn't really have any time to actually do a podcast at that time, so yeah, if anything, if I don't post the last week, I will make sure I post the next week, so just for scheduling purposes, I might make it to like 1 or 2 weeks apart, maybe at times, just in case, because sometimes I just forget about the podcast and I still see that I'm overdue to make a video, which I haven't even recorded. So, yeah. Anyways, I have a little fun story. Now, as you can tell from the title, this episode's called Roger Screwed Me. So, we will get into that in just a little bit. But before we do, make sure you guys check out my main channel and my challenge channel down in the description below if you haven't done so already. And, while you're checking out those kind of channels and maybe subscribing to them, why don't you just subscribe to this channel too? Why not? Why not? You get to hear some fun, interesting stories from me, especially this one, which is actually something that just happened like yesterday of recording this video. So, yeah, without further ado, I'm going to start off. Alrighty, so for recording this podcast today, it is April 20th. By the time you guys are seeing this, it's the 25th, so I guess 6 days ago. We're going to be talking about things that happened yesterday, so yeah, 6 days ago, I guess, on April 19th on Monday. A weird thing happened with Rogers, apparently, that they shut down for the entire day, so yeah, people couldn't really call or text or do any of that stuff if they were a member of Rogers, which I am also a member of Rogers. Now, there's a funny story on how this kind of screwed me, which we will get into. So, I'm just kind of chilling at home, right? I'm just kind of chilling, watching some YouTube videos, and then my friend, we're going to call her the Grin Reaper, just in case they don't want to use their real name, but she has been on my main channel before. But she's also a close friend of mine. She was talking about like bike riding to this like, I guess haunted tunnel that is kind of a bit of a way, and we were planning to maybe do it at some point. Obviously not then, but we decided also on that day, on that day yesterday, that we were going to be going for a bike ride, me, her, and her dad. So, yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, sure. I had to go get my bike all prepared and stuff because I haven't even brought it out yet. So I pretty much pumped some air into the tires, I gave it a good wash in, and it seemed all good. And one of the things I was not calculating is my lack of fitness. Because literally every time I went uphill or something, or went like just a little bit down the road or something, I kind of got tired with my legs, and I was kind of out of breath as well. Luckily I brought water. But yeah, I was not really fit to par, especially in these days with COVID and stuff, not much walking and stuff. And I know I said the name, but you know what? YouTube, you can go screw off, okay? Anyways, I get my bike all prepared. I was planning on going out at the same time she was going to go grab her bike at, we'll just say her parents' place for now, because if I said another place, then, you guys might be wondering, well, why there? Why there? But yeah, obviously she was also going to meet up with her dad at some point as well. And what I messaged her was where we were going to meet was pretty much a bridge partway into the creek, which I was talking about the Glendale Avenue bridge. If you guys know St. Catharines of Ontario, you'll know where that is. But they might have also thought at the time that it was Burgoyne Bridge at the time. So once I got there, obviously they weren't there yet, so I was about to say, hey, I'm at the Glendale Bridge or blah blah blah, and that like I didn't mention it was the Glendale Bridge. They might have thought it was Burgoyne Bridge because that's normally where we meet up and stuff. But I got there, and then when I tried to text my friend or the Grim Reaper when I was there, the message didn't send, and I realized that I only sent emergency calls only, and I was like, what? Because it was definitely weird, because I know I tried to text or call people around that area before, so I decided, because I thought it might have been because I was down in a creek or something, but for some reason, I even decided to just go closer to like the main road because maybe signal was bad. But no, yeah, I couldn't really get a hold of the Grim Reaper then. And the worst thing is, there was no way I could contact her at that time either because I was out of the house. I didn't have any data, so I couldn't really connect to the internet whatsoever to text her because, where I was texting her before, that was on Facebook Messenger, so that's what I was able to text her before. But obviously, since I wasn't there and the phone line was dead because of Rogers, you can probably guess it was because of Rogers shutting down at that point. You can tell I was being like, oh God, what if they're at the other bridge and they're wondering where I'm at? Because I had no way of texting them either, and I didn't really want to make them worry or make them think I like ditched them or whatever. So I decided to bike all the way back because the thing is, the Glendale Bridge is way further from my home than the Burgoyne Bridge, which I pretty much passed the Burgoyne Bridge on the way there, so I had to go all the way back the way I came to the Burgoyne Bridge, and I was already kind of tired as it was. I had to walk my bike up the hill, and even then, that was exhausting. That was literally exhausting, pushing my bike all the way up that hill. I definitely needed a break when I got up there. And obviously they weren't there at the time either, so I'm like, oh boy, at this point I might as well go home because that's the only place I can even text at the moment for some reason, because my phone, for some reason, can't make calls or nothing. Like, what's going on here? So obviously I started biking my way back home, back through the ravine because, well, going downhill is a lot better than going uphill, so, I might as well not use my energy going downhill or when I can just, ride my bike down there. Took another break because I had to still go uphill a bit just to get back to the main surface area. And, Lord and behold, around the time when I got back home, that's where they were. They came by to my place because they were worried about me. And I was like, oh crap. It was such a weird misunderstanding and stuff. Because they were trying to like contact me, obviously, but I had no way of contacting them because the stupid phone service was down, and yeah, like it really like screwed me over. Rogers really did screw me over. And I felt so bad because I made them worry for no reason. I made them because I was perfectly fine the entire time. I was just exhausted. And like they were worried. They literally came to my house, and well, my mom also got that, or my mom was home at the time as well. She probably came back from work because this was happening around like 5, I think, that I got back. And I left my house at like 3:20, so you can kind of understand how they were worried about me that I was not there. Especially the case normally when we do meet up, I'm normally the first one there and waiting. But at least I'm able to contact them as well, so yeah. There was just a lot of misunderstandings at that point. I mean, no one was mad. They were a bit more relieved to see that I was okay and stuff, but like, yeah, they were all worrying on where I was and stuff. People were trying to call me and stuff. And the worst part is, they were trying to call me, but there was no way I could answer because of the cell service. And I realized it was because my mom asked me if I was with Rogers, and I said yes because I was in a family plan with. I'm still in a family plan with my dad at the moment, and we're with Rogers, and which is funny because I thought we switched to Bell. I don't know, but yeah, she mentioned that it's the Rogers services that they were down for some reason. They like shut down for the day, and I was like, oh, okay, that's what happened. That makes a lot more sense. It was definitely like a weird misunderstanding for the whole situation. It was such a crazy day too. Like I had quite the adventure. I had quite the adventure. Luckily, Rogers is back up and running now. I did get some of the texts from the Granny Reaper at the time when well, just later on when she was texting me and whatnot. So, well, at least through our actual phone line. So, that all happened. But luckily, we were still able to go for a little bike ride afterwards to another sort of creek that is pretty much closer to my house. So, and that was fun. Like we got to explore a bit, have some fun. Actually at least go out and have some fun because, well, on one side, some people were worrying about me, and then me worrying that I can't text them back and wondering if they are pissed off that I'm like probably ditched them at some point, or they're just worried about me in general. I swear, if I was out like longer, I swear they probably would have called the cops or whatnot to go and search for me. Boy missing, boy missing. Yeah, that would have been all crazy if they got the police involved. I swear, if I saw some like emergency people around my house, I'd been like, oh well, I definitely caused a lot of panic. Luckily, that didn't happen. It was only like my mom, the Grim Reaper, her dad, and a neighbor as well, because my mom was trying to get a neighbor to try to call me as well at that time. So I caused some worry, but it wasn't too bad. Thing was, I don't even know how long they were at my place for. I mean, I don't think it was like too long, obviously, because obviously the cops never showed up. But it was still like, I guess it was surprising to see them there. I was also thinking, like, on the way back, it was like, God, what if they just went to my place wondering where I'm at? Oh, man. I just felt really bad at the time. Even though I know it wasn't my fault at all, I still feel bad about what happened, making people worry. Well, I mean, there was another thing. If I was a little more specific on where to meet up, then that probably wouldn't have happened. Well, granted, I feel like my mom would have probably worried a bit later during the night or during the day or something, wondering where I'm at if I'm not texting her back and whatnot. So, I feel like she would have probably worried then. Maybe then the cops would have been involved, but, things happen. I still don't know why Rogers shut down for the day. It was so weird. And I definitely know I wasn't the only one, obviously, because I even checked Facebook later on, and apparently some of my friends who are also with Rogers didn't have any like cell service whatsoever either. Man, it was definitely crazy. Like when I realized I couldn't like text her back, I was like, oh God, what do I do? Like I can't text her back. I can't tell her that I'm at the Glendale Avenue Bridge. I can't see if they're waiting by the Burgoyne Bridge. I can't text them at all and say like, hey, where you guys at? How long are you gonna be here or something? Because I had no cell service. Oh man, it was definitely a crazy adventure that day. But luckily we were able to still have some fun. I think I was gone, well, I mean, after I got back and changed into some pants because it was getting a bit more colder out. I was wearing shorts at the time because I just thought it was a nice, lovely day, It was a nice, lovely day. I felt like nothing could go wrong, but then everything went to shit. Yeah. At least I got to test out my bike a bit, and then I realized I'm way out of shape. Well, I mean, I do eat a lot of unhealthy stuff, which, again, that's my fault for the unhealthy part, but hey, I don't exercise much anyways, and unfortunately I can't really go out for walks or stuff that often either because of the pandemic. So you know what? I'm gonna blame the pandemic again. It's all the pandemic's fault. uh, but yeah, mostly Rogers. I don't know why they shut down for the day. It kind of boggles me on why they did. I'm sure there was a reason, and I just never decided to look into it. But I really don't see the purpose of shutting down for that day. Was it that too many people were using it all at once? They're like, okay, we need a break. Shut down. And of course, on the one day that I was trying to meet up with a friend and her dad, uh, yeah, it was definitely a crazy day. Another interesting fact that happened yesterday as well that apparently my stepbrother found my chaotic cards, which I don't know if you guys remember that old chaotic show with the card turning into creatures sort of thing. You can scan them, become the creatures and whatnot. But apparently he found my old chaotic cards. I haven't even asked him where he found them because I was looking for them at one point, and yeah, apparently he placed them in my room when I didn't notice because, well, this might have been when I was still out on my bike ride. Either when I was, well, either when I was on my own when people were worrying about me, or after that factor. But apparently, he just kind of placed them on the top shelf, kind of by my door, I guess. I don't know if I should really call it shelf. I don't even know what to call it. But yeah, he kind of just placed them there, and as I was bringing my dishes after dinner back to the kitchen, I just kind of noticed them there. I'm like, what the fuck? My chaotic cards. What the fuck are they doing here? How they? I swear they weren't here, like when I left. I was looking for those things too. What the hell? Because I was kind of, I mean, kind of still getting back into chaotic a little bit. Unfortunately, the only ones that I did or were at least found were my creature cards, which honestly, I think the last time I even looked at them, they were only the creature cards, so I didn't have any of the extra kind of cards like locations, battle gear, and all that other stuff from a chaotic. But you know, I have some creatures. I'll even say which some of the creatures I have. If you are a fan of chaotic, I'll mention some of the chaotic overworld cards that I have. So I have Zalek, I have Arius, I have Relum, I have Lorena, Frafto, Simeon, and Bodil. Those are just some. I have a lot more overworld cards. I think I have more overworld cards than anything. Then it's like Mopedians, then Underworlds, and then Danians. And of course, if you guys don't know what chaotic is, then obviously you have no idea what I'm talking about. So, yeah. Oh yeah, also like during our bike ride and stuff when we were taking, I think it was one of our last breaks. My friend, the Green Reaper, also gave me this little round doggo as a gift, which apparently she wanted to give it to me like before, like around Christmas and stuff. But you know, with how the world is at the moment of the time of this recording, yeah, things weren't really good around that time. So unfortunately, she couldn't really give this to me in some way. And she was planning to give gifts to like some of our other friends as well. But you know, things happen and stuff. But you know, I like it though. It's a nice little cute little dog. I like and. I don't know if I'll remember to do this, but if I do, then here's a picture of it. Maybe I'll show it or whatnot. And you know what? Screw it. Put it on the screen right now, me. There. That's what she gave me, which I do appreciate. So, Miss Green and Reaper, if you're watching this, thank you. And once again, sorry for making you worry. And if you're wondering why I call her the Green Reaper, that's what her YouTube and Instagram name is. So you know, also go give her a follow and subscribe to her channel as well. Even though she doesn't really do much on her channel, she also has a Twitch channel as well. So if you want to go check that out, there isn't much on there. I think she's only done kind of 3 Twitch streams. They meant to be in the same one, but she kind of cut out at times, and they made it like multiple streams. And if you guys have seen some of my old streams before, you can kind of tell that some of them meant to be on the same stream, but kind of got cut off, and all that. But yeah, I have to say, yesterday was such a crazy, crazy day. I have to say, it was crazy, my dudes. Oh boy, I don't even know what else to talk about. I know we're only like 20 minutes into this recording as well, but yeah. There is actually something I did find out before this recording. Normally I have my microphone plugged in because I really don't know how to have it working without it being in the charger. But I finally figured that out today. So, yeah, this is the first podcast where it's not actually plugged in or whatnot. I mean, the only thing it's plugged into is my iPad at the moment because that's what I'm recording with. But, that's pretty cool because now I can, if I want to do some short films or something, now I can actually connect this to it, make sure it's charged, and boom, I can make short films with at least audio. Which, honestly, I don't know if I've already put this out, but there is a bit of a short film I decided to try to post. Well, I'm probably going to upload it at some point. I probably already posted it on my main channel, so if you want to go check it out, then go ahead. I'm pretty sure I named it Year in the Pandemic, is what I called it, so if you guys want to go check that out on my main channel, then, link to my main channel down in the description below. Same with my challenge channel, go check them out, Give me a solid and check them out and subscribe, like the content there. Same with this video and channel, hit the subscribe button, like the video and all that. Hit the bell for notifications. And I also noticed in the last episode I did kind of get close to the mic at some point and I was really like peeking and stuff. Sorry for that. I'm gonna try not to do that again, but if I do, then whoopsies. I just don't know how much power this microphone has. I even decided to put it like a bit further away from me just so I'm not peeking it at times, but yeah. And I like how I just kind of went off topic on what the main topic was, which was, the events that took place yesterday. But yeah, yesterday was definitely a crazy, crazy adventure. I honestly still feel really bad on just making everyone worry, even though they really had nothing to worry about at all. It was like the only thing that I had trouble with was literally me being tired. And you're all probably wondering, you went for a bike ride even after all that? After you said you were exhausted? Well, we were kind of in front of our lawn and talking still, just about just small little things, a bit about what happened with Rogers and whatnot. And that was enough time for enough break at one point as well, so, I even got to refill my water bottle because it was really close to being empty. Yes, I was that tired. But then again, I had to go a lot uphill at times, so I was pretty much exhausted. But, yeah. I swear, I'm gonna tell this story to other people, and they're gonna be like, oh my god, that really happened. Honestly, things happened at the wrong time, Rogers had to shut down at the wrong time. Like today, probably even today of this recording, the only thing I'm going to be going out for is for a PAM meeting today, which I'm probably going to be going in about an hour. Or maybe if I want to go early, maybe it'll be 17 minutes. I'm pretty much all packed to go anyways, so, I should be all fine anyways. But but even then, I'll probably be home before anybody gets back or anything, so they don't have to worry about me at all. So, if they could have shut down today, then that would have been a lot better. Aside from yesterday, when I actually needed to text people. I swear, the world just likes to fuck with me sometimes. I don't know why. It just likes to fuck with me. Like even today, like since I have like a PAM meeting, I had to get my hair all nice and good, and I think it's still good enough right now. Oh, I can actually feel a little bit of dampness still in my hair. But I tried to go for a shower this morning, and Lord and behold, the one time that the hot water isn't working, I'm like, well, I'm not gonna shower in cold water. You crazy? I already get cold when I get out of the shower. I don't want to be cold during the shower. So I decided to just kind of wet my hair down and brush it a bit, and that's all I did. Which definitely still feels a little damp, but honestly not that bad. But yeah. Anyways, I'm probably gonna end this podcast here. I know we're not like in 30 minutes or whatnot, or it's a very long episode, but I mean, my story was kind of quick and simple. Although the day yesterday when it was all happening, that took a couple hours. It was still a crazy day, and I guess a valuable lesson in all of this is to check your cell service before leaving the house. Or else shit like it happened yesterday will happen. Oh man. That's just crazy. I think at one point as well, for a future episode I'd like to do, because I don't know if you guys, I mean, if you checked out my challenge channel, then you might know this series, which is the Pokemon Sword Nuzlocke. But I might do a podcast where I'm talking about my journey through my Pokemon Sword Nuzlocke and how a lot of deaths happen in there. Or like how the adventure kind of went on there or whatnot, you know? But that'll still be a while. There's still a lot to do in my Nuzlocke. I mean, I am in like the Champion League now, but I still have to do the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra before I do that, so, you know. There's a lot of interesting facts that happen in there too, so, yeah. Anyways, yeah, I guess I'll end things here. So, if I don't appear in like the 2nd of May, then definitely the 9th of May, I'll definitely at least try to put out a podcast. If anything, with podcasts happening on Sundays, I'll most likely have them within like for an exact week or the exact second week. It'll most likely be in that case. In case, like, if I don't have enough podcast videos to get out there, you know? Because, well, even in this case, this week I was kind of busy, and I didn't really find the time to actually do the podcast. And, honestly, at some points, it's more of me also wanted to do some of my other content besides this, you know? Like, wanted to do the other content more than the podcast and stuff, but, you know. We all do things. But anyways, well, we're practically in half an hour now, so now is a good time, I guess, to end off the video. Sorry that the whole topic wasn't on Rogers, but, you know, well, I mean, you know, on my day with how Rogers screwed me. But, you know, it's good to get some more info stuff out there and stuff. But, yeah. I will try to make a episode for next week, so hopefully you guys stay tuned for that. So thank you guys so much for watching this video or listening to this podcast. If you did like this video, make sure to press the like button or subscribe, do whatever. And I will see you guys next week or maybe in 2 weeks for the next podcast. See you guys next time.